One of the questions that I did have is like, when you're using like two fingers and you've got thumb to help deaden the noise of the other strings, how does that work with the pick, or do you just kind of live with it?
No,
Or do you have to get creative with the left hand to do that?
well, actually, I use my slap style muting technique because you have the same problem with that because your right hand's is no longer able to mute with that technique as well.
Okay.
Um, Basically, what I do is that now you do different things depending on what you're playing, so it's not a one size fits all that's going to take care of everything. Sometimes you just got to be creative and use a finger that's available to
Okay.
touch something that needs to be touched, right? But if I'm just working on the first four strings of this bass, an exercise to work with is just to do a 1, 2, 3, 4 fingering to start off with. Now, when I go to my first finger, like on the B string or on your E string, you don't really have to worry about anything because your first finger is going to be draped over the higher strings here. We talked
Mhm.
about that. It's the same as,
Yeah.
in any
Is the
technique.
strings this way?
Okay? So as I go to my next string up, when I go to my first finger note, I use 2, 3, and 4 to touch whatever strings need to be touched. In this case, it'd be your E strings. So if I went 1, 2, 3, 4, when I go to my first finger on what would be your A string, I have these three fingers touching the E. 1, right? And then when I go to my second, third, and fourth finger note, I just let the first finger bar over all the strings. So basically the formula is when you're playing a first finger note, 2, 3, and 4 touch what needs to be touched. When you're playing a second, third, or fourth finger note, then the first finger bars over and keeps everything quiet.
Okay, so it's like in regular guitar, like the old bar chords
Yeah,
where.
except when the first finger's busy.
Okay.
So then 2, 3, and 4 touch, then first finger bar. But see, I let that just kind of move around. I don't try to. It doesn't have to be anywhere. It just needs to be touching the
Okay.
string. So keep the hand relaxed. When I go to the A string or the D, what would be your D string, then I touch these two. Then when I go to my second finger note, first finger bar. When I go to my G string, then I touch these three. And I find my second finger works better touching the E, third touching the A, and fourth touching the D.
Okay.
Right? But remember, be careful not to press down because then those notes will ring just like if they were open. So it's just
Okay.
lightly touching. So when I'm playing that first finger on the G string, right, and then I switch to my second finger. So watch this move here.
Okay. Okay.
So that's basically it. And again, there's going to be situations that you're going to do different kinds of things that you need to do
Okay.
because this will get most of it. Also, if you use these hair scrunchies, if you don't have to use open strings, you can
Hmm.
kind of like use those to help keep stuff quiet. They don't get rid of everything, but it helps.
Okay. I'll have to drag
Then,
some of those out.
yeah, then you can like just kick them out of the way. If you kick them over the
Mhm.
nut, to get them out of the way if you need open strings. But also remember to keep that arm off the bass.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think you were resting it on there. It didn't look like you were, but
I'll try not to. I haven't caught myself doing it.
yeah. I mean, if it grazes it a little bit, that's one thing, but no significant pressure.
Okay.
No, it looks like you're in good shape there.